Hey Victoria, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yes,
Excited?
I am.
Me too. Me too. Okay, so we just gonna wait for a couple more people to join in. We may have more people over on YouTube than we do on a Zoom. If you would like, please share with those that are looking to reset their finances.
Okay.
Now, Victoria, did you got the emails that I sent?
Let me see. I was at work, so I really didn't check it.
Okay.
Let me see. Um,
It might have went to your spam or junk too.
yeah, because I'm like, I don't see it.
I'm about to go over here and check.
I saw it did pop up. It was the email about it's the downloadable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did see it pop up on my phone. Wait, I was not at work when that happened. That was last night. Um,
So last night, yeah, and then you should have got another one. I'm gonna search for my own name. Um, at some time today, which is basically talking about um hey Tiffany, the like kind of like the homework for this week.
no, I did not get that.
You didn't get that one? Hey
Mm-mm.
Tiffany, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me? I'm leaving the gym. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yes, I can hear you. I'm so thankful that you joined. Thank you.
Yes, I can't stay on too long because I gotta stop at my mom's and pick up my daughter.
Okay.
I am on here. So
Okay. Well, stay as long as you can. Did you get the email that I sent?
with the planner in it, I believe I did.
Okay. I'm trying to see. I didn't get the one that I sent. It should have came today at, let me look. All right, we just gonna wait for a little bit more while I look for this email to see what's going on. Because it's basically the kind of what we're talking about today, and it's gonna give you the information for today.
Okay.
Workflows, like your journal prompts and all of that. For openings. So the second email, let's see, that was sent around 5:57 a.m.
Let me. Um,
Only one person. Let me, Victoria, if you wanna send me your email address
okay.
and then I'll shoot it over. I'll add you to the workflow. Let me
I
see.
got the one that says let's set one financial goal this week.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Put you to voicemail, sorry. Emails. You got, let's set one financial goal this week.
Yes, I got that.
You got that one.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
You didn't get that one, Victoria.
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me add you in. So every week you'll get a new email which pertains to the week that we're working on. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to be setting financial goals. So Victoria, if you send me, I got your chat over here. All right. I'm gonna add you to this now. You're gonna probably get the invite one more time,
Okay.
and then you'll get the email for the Let's Set One Financial Goal.
Okay.
All right, so Victoria. Okay. All right. Now, okay. So I just added you to that, so you should be getting that soon. Let me just keep an
Okay.
eye on this and see if anybody is it's like a time delay too, Victoria, so it might come like in the middle of the night now because it's like 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you probably will see it, tomorrow morning when you jump on.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So welcome to the 4-week financial reset, you guys. I'm so excited to have you here. We are going to get started because I wanted to see, we were supposed to have a few more people on. This is kind of like impromptu. I didn't promote this widely. I promoted on TikTok a little bit on Instagram. So I'm hoping that it's going to gain traction and more people will join over the 4 weeks. But let me ask you if you would like to talk. Let me ask you one question. What would you like to see in your financial journey after these 4 weeks?
I'd say definitely a better mindset on saving if
Mhm.
without let's see, saving without touching, realizing don't touch it. Because sometimes when you save money, it's saved and you're like, oh, I can just borrow this and put it back. But
Mhm.
sometimes you never put it back. So that mindset.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. We had a hard time for the first 5 years in our marriage. And I could not save. We couldn't save for anything. So I understand what you're talking about. We put it in and then come right back out.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria?
So savings is mine too. The other thing is like working on my my credit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I get it to a certain point and then it drops back down and I just can't get it to go up and stay up.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
understand that.
Definitely. So before I even move into my second prompt that I wanted to ask you guys, let me tell you a little bit about me. My name is Brandy Tennille, and Tennille is my middle name. And so I am by trade an accountant. And the love of money, finances, all of that has been with me for a very long time. I have a bachelor's degree in finance. I have a master's in business administration. And I could not get my finances together for a very long time. And I've been through every financial difficulty that you could possibly imagine, which has given me the experience to be able to help others. Currently, I am a local real estate agent in the state of Georgia, And my passion is to help people get into homes after trauma, financial trauma, right? I've had a lot of that. I've been through foreclosures, I've been through eviction processes, I've been through so many different things. And, you know, I want to be able to help people to come back after that because I was able to come back after that, right? And so to me, um, financial freedom means uh, financial freedom to me means time. It means that I have time, right?
Mhm.
And so, in one word, if you could explain what financial freedom means to you, what would you say?
Freedom. Look, I know that's defining the word with the word, but freedom.
It's freedom, you know. Um, it
I would
is
say security.
security.
Right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Freedom and security. I think that that is absolutely why I have created this financial 4-week financial reset is because like we're in the second half of the year, right?
Mhm.
And if you look at what you said you were going to do from January, where are you? Are you halfway done? Or are you somewhat of the way done? Or are you, oh my gosh, I didn't accomplish anything at all? Like, where are you?
I'm not even close.
Right. I gave up on the whole. Mine was more so. It wasn't really a goal I had for the year. Um. Yeah. It, I didn't even set that because I knew I would not do it.
But I think that's the thing. Like, even when for me, it's like if you don't set a goal and put the effort and intention behind it, then track it, then you look up and 6 months have gone by, and you're like,
Right.
I'm not even like Victoria said, not even close, right? And
Right.
so that's why I created this 4-week financial reset because it's about really being able to lean into progress, not perfection,
Mhm.
right? Progress, making progress on those things that you said you were
Right.
going to do, being committed to the commitments that you want to see at the end of 2025, right? Sorry, it's karate time,
Right.
y'all.
It's okay.
Um, my daughter is getting ready to go to karate. So I would like, I would like for you to think of this journey as you making progress over the next 6 months to the financial goals that we are going to set this
Mhm.
week. Okay.
Mhm.
And so the reason that I want to set goals is why. Why do you think we need to set goals?
To keep
That makes
ourselves, go ahead.
sense. No, you go ahead, Victoria.
To keep ourselves accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
You're right. You're both right. What else do you think?
Accountability and growth, basically.
Yes, growth. Yes. Come on now. Y'all getting into the meat and the potatoes now. So yes, we try to kind of force, like we said, those New Year's resolutions. We try to force those disciplines without direction, right?
Hmm.
And so when we do that and we don't set a target, we don't have that end goal, that SMART goal, so to speak, we're not accountable to it because we don't have the direction behind it. And so one of the things that, when we're setting financial goals, what is the number one thing you think you need to have in order to set your financial plan?
The money, extra money.
Right.
Well,
What
you know what?
accomplish.
That was good, Victoria. Definitely, we definitely need the money because we can't do
Right.
anything without that.
Right. Very true.
Very true. Okay, that's good. What's one more thing?
Just kind of what you want to accomplish in the end.
Yeah, a
So, like,
goal, but we need a budget.
yeah, that's very true.
We gotta have a budget because our budget is like our compass, right? It sets us
Mm-hmm.
where we want to go, right? So budgeting with no goal is like having no destination, and then having a goal and no budget is no discipline,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the common result? What do y'all think happens when you have either one of those scenarios?
You end up not really saving. You end up dipping into your saving.
Right.
Yeah, you end up dipping into your savings. You end up dipping into your savings. You get frustrated. Hey, AK, welcome in, welcome in. We're just getting started. We're talking about why we're talking about having a goal, a financial goal, and what it means to be able to put put a budget to our goals, right?
Okay.
So um, we were saying that when we have a budget without a goal, we don't have a destination. Or when we have a goal without a budget, we don't have any discipline. And
Mm-hmm.
so we were asking, what is the common result that comes out of that when you have either one of those situations? Whether you're budgeting without a destination or whether you have a goal without discipline. What do you think happens? Like a common result of that. We said, Victoria, repeat what you said.
Oh, I said, what did I say?
You end up not saving.
Not saving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
You get
yeah,
frustrated, right?
yeah. Because you might even miss some payments if payments of certain things if you don't have everything outlined.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very much so. Very much so. So you're going to miss that. You're also going to, do you think you're going to stick with it?
Mm. Definitely not.
And then, like we said, we're already 6 months into the year. Welcome in, Leash. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. We're already 6 months into the year. And what are we doing? We're doing a financial
Reset.
reset,
Mhm.
right? We're starting over. So if we got to continuously start over and start over and start over every month, every day, every 6 months, are we gaining any traction?
No.
No. And so with that being said, we have to set our goals, right? We got to set our financial goals. We got to make them SMART goals. I know you guys have all heard of that, making them specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely, right? So what do you think the power of setting a specific goal is? What do you think what do you think the power behind that is?
That's a hard question.
It's to make, I think it's to, you know, put action behind what you own. And I think if you don't put action behind it, then it's not going to work for you. That's, to me, that's the power behind it.
I like that. Very, very, very nice. I do like that. What about can you have action if you don't have clarity?
No.
No.
Right? So don't you need clarity? The power of setting SMART goals is to give you clarity on what it is that you want to do. So when you set a goal, you could just say anything, something real vague. I want to save more. I want to save money this year. I want to save, but when you do that, you do have it in your mind that you want to save, but how will you know that you've met your goal? How will you know that you're making progress? How will you know that you're achieving what it is that you set out to do if you don't specify or gain clarity on what it is that you are specifically doing? So instead of saying, I want to save more, right? You'll say something like, by the end of 2025, I want to save $5,000. So I put December 31st, 2025 on it. I have a number, $5,000. And at the end of 2025, and then a plan of how to measure it. So if we look at, I don't know, 6 months, we got 6 months left. We say $5,000. I'm just putting a number out there. You divide that by 6, and you need to save $830 a month. Let's just say we get paid weekly. We're just going to say weekly. Now you need to save $208 a week. You need to save $208 a week in order to be able to get to your goal. Did I just clarify my savings? I think I
Doesn't sound like it.
Yes.
Yeah. So now I got something to really measure. And then now I have to track that, right? $200 a week might not be doable. My discretionary income might not be $200 a week, right? So I'm not changing the goal. I still want to save, but I may need to back it down. Maybe I'm not going to get to $5,000 because I'm starting in the middle of the year. So maybe I back it down to $2,000, right? So if that's the case, now you're being able to put teeth to a plan that you can track, that you can see is very specific, is measurable, is achievable, and is relevant, right? It's relevant to your situation, because who doesn't need an emergency fund? Who doesn't need, right, savings in the bank to feel secure, like Victoria was saying, security? Who doesn't want to put that money aside to save for their new home ownership goal, right? And so I want to be able to let you know that there's clarity in setting these goals. And a lot of times we don't always set financial goals. We might set a weight loss goal. We might set like a career goal. We might set a back to school goal. We might set like, okay, all these different goals, a vacation goal. But we don't realize that all of those things have our finances tied to them, right? If you set a weight loss goal, then now you might need a gym membership. That costs money. You need a new water bottle, y'all. Y'all know y'all need a new water bottle every time y'all go to the gym. you need new workout gear, or if you're working out at home, you need your weights and your stretch bands and all these things. Doesn't that all cost money? Did you budget for your new weight loss goal? Right?
Hmm.
So we have to begin to change our mindset that everything that we want to do has a monetary attachment to it. Self-care. If I want to get a facial, if I want to get massages quarterly, my toes, my nails, if I want to do all those things, it's a budget item. And so I have a question before we move on, because we're talking about budgeting. We're talking about everything having a monetary goal set to it. What do you guys think about budgeting? Do you think it's restrictive or do you think it's freeing?
I think it's restrictive.
Okay, Victoria, I hear you. Anybody else? Mhm.
It's definitely restrictive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks budgets are restrictive. They're not freeing. Is that the consensus that I'm getting?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I want to say, I'm just going to play devil's advocate here, right? I'm going to say that they bring freedom. Do you want to know why I think budgets bring freedom?
Yes.
Because you know exactly where your money is going and you can assign it a duty, a job, a position to be able to play a part in your financial plan and accomplishing your financial goals. So when you have that knowledge is power. When you don't know where every dollar is being assigned, then you subject yourself to mental, physical, and emotional distress. And that is restrictive. What do y'all think about that?
Makes sense.
How many times have you stressed about your budget or your money?
Every week.
Right?
Every day.
Every payday, it's like, we got to figure this out. But what if you had a plan for your money before payday and you sent it out, it did what it was supposed to do, and you felt at peace, even though it might not be no money left, you felt at peace that things were taken care of, that security. Is that restrictive or is that freeing?
Freeing.
Hey, it is freeing.
Yeah, I'd say freeing. If you're at peace, it's definitely freeing.
Yeah, if you're at peace, you're definitely free and you don't feel restricted because you know that everything was taken care of. Now, there are some times where everything's not taken care of, but you did assign a duty to which you could in your finances, but it was short, right? And so when that becomes the issue, I feel like that's still freeing because you now have the knowledge, which is power, to understand that this budget, this math, it ain't mathing. I need more income. And now you can put an action plan into place to go out and increase your income, right?
Facts.
So tell me, we're going to go around the room and we're going to talk about short-term versus long-term goals. Okay? And we have to make them SMART goals. And this is a part of your homework, right? The first thing that you want to do, a short-term goal is anything that's anywhere between 30 to 90 days. So we're starting July, so July, August, September, in the next 3 months, what would you want to accomplish in your financial plan? Then we have on the opposite end of the spectrum, let's say 6 months to a year. Well, 6 months or longer, not 6 months to a year, but 6 months or longer. What would be like your long-term vision? Long-term vision is really kind of like 2 years plus. So, but we're going to say 6 months plus. What would be like a long-term thing that you would want to accomplish? And I really want you guys to dig into this to be a real thing. Like, this is a real thing. This is what I want you to sit with yourself and think about. What do I want to accomplish in the next 90 days financially? And then I want you to think about, after those 90 days are over, what is the financial vision that I have for my life that I want to see accomplished in the next 6 months, a year, 5 years? Like, what does that look like? And a lot of times we're not concentrating on that because we have all these little fires in front of us that is distracting us from, our vision and our goals and our plans. So we don't always get to think long term, right? We don't always get to think long term. But I want to challenge you today to really come up with a financial vision, and what that looks like for your life. Oh, let's just say 5 years. Are you going back to school? Do you want to have a career change? Do you want to live somewhere else? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to own a home? Do you want to invest in property? Do you want to start your own business? Do you want to fund your children's college education? Do you want to start a nonprofit? Do you want to donate to your favorite charity? What is it that you want to do that's going to have impact in your life, in your sphere of influence, in your family, in your community? What is it that you want to do that's going to help you feel like you have accomplished your financial vision, your vision? And so I want to begin to rally around these things. You will receive an email. AK, if you can send me your email in a private chat, I'll add you to the group. I sent out the homework earlier today. And so I'll add you to the email list, and then you'll begin to get those emails, okay?
Sure.
All right. So this is going to be, there's some journaling that I want you to get to, because sometimes this might require a mindset shift, right? We just talked about restrictive budgeting and freeing, right? Budgeting being a tool of freedom, right? Do you think that you need a mindset shift? Tiffany had to jump off. Do you think that you have to have a mindset shift in order to really stick to your budget?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because it can't be restrictive. If it's restrictive, like, are you really going to do it?
Could I add something, Ms.
Sure.
Brandy? I would like to say that I absolutely understand the comments that were made early. Sorry I'm late to the party. Um, At first, budgeting is restrictive because I think that's a learned behavior. Because if you grew up and you happen to see your parents struggling, robbing Peter to pay Paul, that's kind of what you've seen. So you kind of adopt those habits. But I think that what you're expressing with that reset now is having a budget gives you that peace of mind. Like even if you have lack, you know what you can do. So you can still have some peace because you planned, you executed what you do have, and now it's just a matter of calculating those numbers to go on to get what you don't have. But you can always recalibrate because you have the budget plan set forth in front of you.
Very true. I like that. Budgeting helps to provide freedom because you can adjust when needed, right? Right? We can adjust when needed. Uh-oh. So, so I have a little exercise for us. Do y'all have some pens, some paper?
I do.
Okay. All right. So everyone, I want you, um we're looking at hold on, y'all. I'm trying to okay. We're gonna put some lo-fi music on for a couple of minutes and we're going to write down one short term. Hey, boo thing. We're gonna write down one short term and one long term goal. Okay, right? And if you have the planner, inside of your planner for the month of July, you can write down your where y'all at your short term and long term goals in the financial planning section. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 sections here that you can write things down in, right? You can utilize that. All right. And so if you don't, just write it in your journal, your notebook, somewhere that you're going to look at every single day because you cannot accomplish what you don't see. This is not a loose leaf this is not a loose leaf piece of paper that after we get off this call you're going to throw away. This is not a piece of um, mindless chatter that we're not going to revisit. This is really what you want to accomplish, right? This is really what you want to accomplish. Okay. Okay. Tiffany said she had to jump off. All right. Link for the planners in the chat if you guys want it. Thank you so much, babe. um, so I'm gonna play some music and then I'm gonna give y'all about 2 minutes. We're gonna go till 7:42, okay?
I'm sorry, Brandy. We're writing down our goals for the rest of the year, or
Just one short term and one long term goal.
okay.
Mhm. Okay, Victoria had to jump off. She said, see you next week. See. All right, um, so does anybody want to share, or you could drop it in the chat? What is a short-term goal and a long-term goal that you would like to work on? So a short-term goal that you can work on in the next 30 to 90 days. And then set one long-term goal for the next 6 to 12. We're going to say 6 to 12 months. So the next year. So I want to say, I guess I can start podcast, long acquire, oh, real estate. Okay. Okay, I see you. Very good, very good. So we're talking financial goals, increase savings. Okay. Short-term goal, increase savings. So Kelly, you got to make that a SMART goal. You can't just say increase savings. You want to increase your savings by how much within the next 90 days? Get emergency fund back up. Yes, that's my short-term goal. Like, I want to get our emergency fund back up. What? Go ahead.
Should we put it in the chat?
No, go ahead.
Okay. My short-term goal in 30 and 90 days is to um, master the understanding of my tax liabilities.
Now, is that
As
personal or business?
it's business.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things that I'm gonna do is get I've already aligned all the websites and access to the portals for my tax reporting.
Mm.
And I just need to calendar the reporting schedule per the states. So I've got to do some research.
So let me ask you, in that research, are you looking at the benchmark that would be required to put aside for your like quarterly tax reporting estimates, your quarterly tax estimates? So in other words, like I guess I'm going to use me for example. So for every real estate transaction that I do, I should be putting aside 20%, right?
Yeah.
To
Mhm.
save for taxes. And
Mhm.
so have you gotten that benchmark per state, right? That you need to
Mhm.
file in, or per locality that you need to file in order to be able to align your budget with those estimates, because once you have to start to pay those quarterly estimates, they looking for that money.
And they are. And they sending notices like, where's that?
Where we didn't see
Yeah.
your payment.
Right, right. Yeah. So my payroll system.
It helps you with that.
Hmm. So, and I just
awesome.
recently learned um last week that I needed to apply for another ID with the city of Philadelphia. Had no idea. Um,
Yeah, the
and so
city, the state, and then federal, right? Because the
city,
city is
state,
the local.
federal, and county.
Oh, wow.
And so I have an employee outside of the state, and so I have to do the same in the
Okay.
state that they reside. Just found that out when I onboarded them, maybe a week after I onboarded them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's I'm finding that it's a lot. It's a lot of numbers you need, a lot of accounts that you need. It's not just as simple as you having an EIN and just
Oh,
having your state ID. Like
yeah.
it's a lot of other entities that I had to be registered with. So that's my short term goal because I have filings that I have to do as of the second quarter, and I've got to have them done by the end of this month. So that's a 30-day goal for me. Well, it is a current, so
Okay.
that's what I want to do.
Okay. I see you. Long-term
Oh,
goal.
that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
that's a
your
good one.
long-term? Do you want to share your long-term?
I do. So my long term is to get off of my diabetic medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on metformin, and then my doctor wasn't seeing the results
Mm-hmm.
that they needed to see, and so they put me on Ozempic, and so on two medications, it's a little overwhelming for me. And so that's my 120 goal in, you know,
Forward
6 months.
6 months. Okay. All right. I can attest to that. I'm with you on that one. I need to
Mm,
be off
yeah,
of all medication.
all of them.
Just
Just
all of
give me a
it.
multivitamin. I'll
Right.
just I want to go back to the life where I just have the multivitamin
Listen.
and I'm
Because
good
that takes
for my
that
long
takes a
term.
monetary investment to eat right, to
Yeah.
work out, whether that's at home or in the gym. And people think like, oh, that I'm trying to get off medication. Why my dog in here pacing back and forth? Like, did y'all see him walk behind me? He's pacing, looking at me. No.
And I did that under finances because when I calculated, I said, oh no, this is a financial goal because Ozempic is very expensive.
Oh my
Then
God.
my
Over
monitoring
$1,000.
sensors, right. Then my monitoring sensors are 75 a pop, and I have to do two of those a month.
Oh wow.
And my other metformin medication, it's low cost, but it's still money.
Right.
And so you think a month, I'm spending a good chunk of change.
Yeah.
And over time, it's thousands of dollars just to be not in the best health that I
Right.
could be. It's
And then
financial.
and then you think, how can you reinvest that money?
Right.
It
Right.
could be going to your payroll,
Right. And it goes on
your
my
tax
taxes.
liabilities.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes. Yes. Because I can't
God.
afford to bring no more employees on.
Right. While I gotta pay for Ozempic.
Right.
Jesus. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you so much for sharing, Alicia. I really appreciate that. All right,
Mhm.
Kelly, I got you in the chat. Increase savings by 2,000 monthly in 90 days to attain my minimum deposit for a down payment. Amen. All right, a down payment for um
Or a
so
house.
for a house.
Mhm.
Hey. Wait, shameless plug. You got a real estate agent? Where you at? What city you live in? Where you at?
Well, it's really for an investment property.
Okay.
I recently actually just bought one in North Carolina, and I'm hoping to get another one in the Charlotte area.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to bring my um, credit card utilization, get that down.
Mhm.
So while I'm trying to save up on my reserve. So
Okay.
mhm.
Very good. So let me ask you, do you have multiple properties right now?
I'm just starting. I'm just starting. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So do you rent them out? Do you flip them? Like what do you do with them?
Well, like I said, I'm just starting.
Mhm.
This is my first property. I haven't even rented it out. It was just recently built,
Oh,
and it was recently built, and I just walked in and I paid for it, and I went like, you know what, I can do this again. I need to do this. I don't know how. I don't have any proper guidance on how to do it, but I think it came easy. Um, Maybe because I hadn't bought anything that is like a true asset. My bags, I used to consider my bags assets. But I have to grow up. And so, I think,
thank you for admitting that. Some people will not
yeah,
give it up, honey.
yeah. I have to go through my closet, and I just am like, no, I can't keep living like this. And uh, I'm about to send my kids to college, and I just went like, I have to grow up, or they're going to be like me, and there'll be no end to this cycle. So um, yeah, I've been decluttering, getting rid of certain things, and trying to get rid of. Oh my God, I had so many subscriptions to everything from Disney to Netflix to Hulu. I didn't even know Hulu combined with some other thing.
Platform.
Yeah, other platforms. I was subscribed to, I think, all of them, and so I had to cancel them. And my daughter would go like, "Didn't we have this? We don't have." I thought, "We don't have any. We don't have anything.
Mhm.
No." So, um, and I think I just want to take charge and make sense of my money.
Yes.
Um, I've been working, but when I look back, I go like, where is my money?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it truly hit me when I came back from vacation once, and unfortunately, one of the kids left um, a tap running, and we were outside the country for a good week, and we came back, and I was told, "Hey, did you build a new swimming pool?" I went like, "No." I'm like, "Well, you have a bill of $950 for water."
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yes. And I went like, "What?"
Wow.
Yeah. Usually my water bill will be like maybe $55 if I
Yes.
had family over.
Uh,
But
and
I'm
we're talking
like,
about in 1 month, 950, 1 week, really, but
$950. And then at first it didn't really hit me. I think, and I had auto pay, so the money went
oh,
out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The money went out, and then the next month it was $800, and so that went out, and I just went like, who is taking my money? And yes, 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 yes. So I had to shut down everything. No more auto pay. You guys can't come into my account for my money
no more,
anymore.
no more.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had to, they did give back some of the money
Mhm.
because they found out it was a leak.
Yeah, three
Um,
months or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
They,
Hmm.
they did give back some of the money. And then while trying to, plan for my son going to college, he wanted to go out of state. And I'm going like, Jesus Christ, do you know how much it is? And
Out of state tuition.
yes, and of course he doesn't want to go to the kind of school he wants to go to. I'm like, Jesus.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm happy I had a 529 plan. but
Mhm.
still, you still have to come out of pocket for certain things. And
Yeah.
if you've spoiled your children, or your children are used to a certain kind of lifestyle, college is not the first time you're going to say, here are ramen noodles. You will introduce it to them, but
Yes.
yeah, but you're not going to say, hey, you're going to have Chick-fil-A every day. So
Mm-mm.
so yeah, I had to change everything, and I want a situation where I learn to be fiscally responsible,
Yeah.
and try and impact that with my kids, so that they're financially responsible. And I think there's something known as it's a kind of creep. I can't remember the right terminology,
Mhm.
but you advance with your salary, or how much money you're making.
Mhm.
You're not even aware that you're spending beyond your means, because you think, oh, that raise, that um,
Yeah.
you have a bonus, and
Yeah.
until certain things are taken away from you,
Mhm.
you now go like, wow, how was I doing this? So I think that realization, me working a different kind of job post COVID,
Mm.
I just went like, you know what? I'm gonna have to change. I have to change. My husband has been talking about it. Um, he's been talking about it, but he just, I'm like, you know what? Don't worry, it'll dawn on you one day, and it did.
It did finally,
It
right?
it finally did. Yeah.
Amen. Well, that's awesome. And I think it's like the discretionary income
Mhm,
that you get when you get a raise, you now have supposedly this discretionary income because you've already been paying your bills with what you
mhm,
previously had. But
mhm.
that discretionary income just gets eaten up so quickly because now we think we have more, we can spend more.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
So
and it's a lie. It's a big lie.
it's a big lie that they tell you. And when you're not focusing on it, when you're not intentional about it, it can begin to, like you said, it's unseen until something hits you like that running faucet.
Water bill. Yes. Yes.
But one thing that you said that was very interesting to me that I like to say all the time, like, where's my money? And so in the planner, we do have a sheet that says that, where's my money? And it helps you to really go ahead and check in with those discretionary categories like food and like variable expenses that are not fixed, like your mortgage or your rent is fixed, your light bill, your electricity, all that stuff is fixed. But what happens when you're eating out, or your Amazon bill, or your Target, your miscellaneous shopping things that you do on a regular basis? Those are the things that we need to track and keep an eye on top of, because they vary every month, and so we want to make sure that we keep those things down, because that's where our discretionary spending is going, right? Our discretionary income is going. So I just wanted to point that out. In the planner, there is a space where you can really dig into, where's your money, what's the difference that you spent from month to month, and then what is the percent of your income that you're using as well. Okay. And so now that we went around the table and talked about like our um our short term and our long term goals. True, do you want to chime in on? I know you said emergency fund in there, and starting a podcast and different things like that. Did you want to chime in? By the way, that's my husband, y'all. He's
I,
at
th-
karate.
I think Ms. AK covered everything.
Oh, really?
She set everything up. That's the common goals that we have to get to. And the sooner we're in unity, the faster that happens.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm just hoping True doesn't know my husband. That's all. I'm
Know my
tired of
wife
him
though.
being right. I'm tired of him being right.
Oh my goodness, Miss AK, you got me rolling over here.
I want to win.
I want to win. I want to be on the winning team, on the winning side. See, now if you get in unity, you'll both win. Look, now you all up in the planner, so you must, did you buy this planner already, Miss AK?
I just bought it. Once the link was put there, that's why I put the thumbs up.
Oh,
I just bought it.
because I looked at the expense tracker. You said little drops of water make a mighty ocean. If you look at the expense tracker, it says there, beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship.
See, it's that water bill. It's that water bill.
They, do you remember the first 3 vacations we went on? There was a flood
Every single
in
time.
Blackwood. Every time we wanted to go on
Every
vacation,
time
there
we
was
went on
some type
vacation,
of
there was some
pipe
flood.
burst. It was crazy. And we
Yeah.
leave it too. And like, we're going.
Well, thank you so much, Miss AK, for buying a planner. I really appreciate you. I hope you get a lot of use and function out of it. It is undated, but we're going to be using it over these next few weeks to really write some things down and bring us to the table to a call to action to win, right? To win. Wait, what did they say? I need to win. Put my W up.
Yes. Mhm.
So I want you to with that same mindset, begin to bring clarity to your goals, your short term and your long term goals, and remember to review them and review them often. I'm going to say that you should write your short term and your long term goals down, make them quarterly, and then you should look at your goals every week. There should be a time frame by which you're looking at your goals, and that should be put on your calendar. And then there should be a time frame by which um, you should be working on your finances, actively working on your finances. Alicia is very good at this. She sets a time and a day that she works on her financial planning. And it could be, I like to do it Sundays. And so I take out my planner. And this is a new one because I have, all my stuff in the other one. But I take out my planner, I look at my bills, I begin to write everything down, and I begin to make sense of it all. Like you said, Miss AK, making sense of things. And so the accountability is in the system that you set up for yourself, right? So when I say the accountability, when nobody is looking, are you still held to that standard of what you said you're going to do? When nobody is tapping on your back, on your shoulder, saying, did you do this? Did you do that? Are you still holding yourself accountable to what you say you're going to do? Right? And so, one of the things that I like to say in the email that you're going to get, there should be, let me just look at it. You should get an email for the homework. Oops. No, I don't want to pause it. I want to look at it really quickly. Preview. So in the email, there is going to be a homework that you get, a homework template where you're going to set goals, and you're going to write down, actually not in this one, you're going to write down what's one small financial win I can accomplish this week that can build momentum. That's your journal prompt, right? What's one small financial win I can accomplish this week that would build momentum? And then when you build that, compound those small little habits, you begin to make big strides. And so I will challenge you, outside of that journal prompt, one more small financial goal that you can set for yourself that will be a huge, gigantic win is setting a day that you're going to sit down and budget every week consistently, or working your financial planner and put it on your calendar. Yes, Miss AK. I see your hand raised.
Okay, so you have two books. You have the blue one and the pink one. Which
The-
one?
The blue one, if you get paid monthly, I used to get paid monthly. So that was a monthly financial planner. They both have the same thing in them, except for if you get paid more than once a month, you get these sheets in there that are paychecks by paychecks at a glance.
Mm-hmm.
So the other one just has a monthly spread. You write down all your monthly plans, your monthly bills, and then that's it. So that's the only difference. It's just these 4 page. I got it right here. Hold on. The green one, so you saw that one. The green one has just this. So you got, I don't know, can you see that? So you have your monthly and then your financial plan. And then it jumps back into like your expenses here.
Okay.
Whereas this one has the financial plan and then it goes into each paycheck and you get 5 of these paychecks.
Okay.
And then it goes into the expenses. So it's a little bit more, it's a lot more pages in that one.
All right.
So Leash, you came on. You got your set days? I know you got your set days. So what day are you gonna be budgeting, Miss AK?
I'm gonna sync it up to Alicia's day, Sunday.
We all listen, we might need to get on the little group chat and be budgeting together if I got to hold you accountable.
Okay, so it'll be Sunday.
Yes, all right, Sunday. So we're all budgeting on Sunday. If I text you and say, hey, what's up with that budget? You'll already have it locked and loaded.
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that is pretty much all I have. I wanted to, again, if you don't already have the weekly financial planner, now is the perfect time. Thank you again for purchasing that. I really appreciate it. I made all of those templates myself. It was made with love. So I hope that your financial journey will be blessed in return. The goal setting session is designed to walk you through, writing your long-term and short-term goals down, keeping you aligned with your goals every week. Okay. So what do we got coming up next week? Because I ain't gonna keep y'all. I done ran over. Next week, we're all about building our savings plan around these goals that you just set up. Okay, so Leash, you got we need some, what do you call them? Some what are they called? Some high yield some high yield savings accounts to transfer some money to so we can get some interest on that. So we can get them taxes paid. All right, so same time next Monday at 7. I was so blessed by everybody that joined today. The conversation was lively and lit. I really appreciate it. I am going to be sending you another weekly email. You should get yours, AK, next Monday, so that you can prep for week 2. If you want the recorded session, just let me know and I can send it over to you. But for now, do you guys have any questions before I let y'all go or any last minute thoughts? Y'all ready for this journey?
I think I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm missing my bags though, but it's okay.
Well, you know what? Shoot, one of those bags I had to pay for that leaky faucet.
I know that's what had to happen. I had to, compromise. But I'm growing up. I think I definitely need another house. That's what I want.
That's your goal.
That's my goal.
Okay.
I don't want another bag. I want another house.
You need an asset that's gonna pay for that bag.
There you go. There you go.
See, that's the compromise. It's not restrictive. There's freedom there. You
There's
set a
freedom.
goal,
I'm gonna see the freedom.
you're gonna see it. You will. You will. All right, you guys. Any other thoughts, questions, comments, Leash, anything?
I do have a question though. So after the 4 weeks, what happens?
After the 4 weeks, if in the event you feel like you need more accountability, I just keep running this 4 week session over and over again because a lot of people need it, right? My goal is to help those who are looking to level up in real estate in my state, right? So in the state of Georgia, help people get into homes or invest in property. So that is my goal, and in hopes that I teach them how to be, like you said, fiscally responsible, good stewards of their money, so that we can then get you into your dream home or investment property. And then if in the event you need somebody to, kind of walk with you, journey with you through your financial, goals, then we can talk about that. Offline, if there's coaching or anything like that. A lot of times, this results in people getting their credit together, getting their savings together, and then they come back to me to purchase a home.
Okay, that works.
But what state are you in anyway? I know you said you're investing in North Carolina, but do you live in North Carolina?
Yes and no. I live actually in Woodstock.
In Georgia?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. Well, we should get together. That's not too
definitely,
far from me.
definitely.
Yeah, I live
Oh,
in Covington.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
So,
we'll
mhm.
have to come together and do a powwow.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I enjoyed today, and I definitely need someone to, you know, I
Be
need to
accountable.
hold someone's hand and, find somebody to keep me accountable. Um, and make sure I don't go to the premium outlets. Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's me. I'm always here for you, girl. We're gonna get assets before we get bags. And we'll do some assets first, and then when you close, we'll go shopping.
Okay, okay, that works. That works.
All right.
Alicia, which state are you in? What state are you in?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania. Let me
Hmm.
see, Pennsylvania. That's Drexel University?
Yes, yep. I live an hour away from Drexel.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
I schooled at Rutgers. Um,
Oh, in
in
Jersey,
Jersey.
Nice.
Yes, before my husband swooped me over and brought me to
Georgia.
Georgia. Yes.
Ooh,
Well,
okay.
so
Very nice.
we're from up north. We
Oh,
lived
really?
in Jersey, yeah,
Oh,
before we
really?
moved down here.
Where in Jersey?
So we lived in Blackwood. We lived in Woodbury, like
Okay.
around Cherry Hill, like South Jersey.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
That's South Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were close to Willowbrook at a certain time. And then my sisters went to Montclair,
Oh.
and we lived near Montclair, Orange,
Mm-hmm.
South Orange. Yeah. So
Yes.
right now she is it Plainfield? She's
Oh,
in
Plainfield.
Plainfield.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Small
So
world.
we're not strangers at all. And Leash has family down here, so she's no stranger to Georgia. Her sister lives
Okay.
here.
All right. All right.
That's my best friend.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Uh,
supporter. Everybody on here supporting me.
okay. Okay. So I'll be here. I'll be here, and I'll stay under your wing, and hopefully get to a point where I'm more fiscally responsible.
Yes, we're going to make sure that happens. And I want you to write that in your prompt. Like, I really want you to think about what that looks like for you, not just after the 4 weeks, but what you will need even going forward to be able to accomplish those goals and really lean into your, fiscal responsibility or being a good steward over your money.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right. Well, thank y'all so much. I had a blast. I will see
Okay.
y'all next week, Monday at 7. If you can make it. If not, then I will also send out the recording.
All right, thank you.
All
All
right.
right,
See
thank
ya.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.